there. And today, guys, I'm here to deliver my thoughts and overall overview, basically, of the finale of season 3 of Young Justice Outsiders. So we're talking about episode 24 to episode 26. One of them is called Into the Breach. The other one is called Overwhelmed, and the other one is called Nevermore. I have the info right here, so I just want to make sure. Looking at my notes right here, just wanted to talk. I'm not going to give a full detailed, because this is a little different. I'm uploading. I had time now to do a review instead of waiting usually. So Into the Breach basically focused on the team finally getting Halo. We see basically Cyborg really embrace who he is now and what he can do, and telling the team about it. And so it comes down to mainly Cyborg saving Violet, and then them getting to Granny. There is a big fight between Granny and Beast Boy, and Garfield gets pretty much his ass handed to him. Yeah, I'm looking at this fight and I'm like, Gar, transform into something bigger. He can go dinosaurs, so go dinosaurs or something, but he took a whooping, and Cyborg is able to get to Violet. Violet is able to slow down and stop Granny, and even fix what she did to the Justice League and the rest of the team. There you go. It ends with people praising Cyborg and him embracing who he is, and officially really joining the team. And he calls himself Cyborg. That's what I am, and I have to embrace that. Overwhelmed pretty much focused on the whole concept of letting go or moving on with one's life. Artemis is with Liam's uncle, Will, and they kiss. She pushes back. She calls somebody. And she calls, and she calls Zatanna. I put here on my notes, Artemis very distraught. She calls Zatanna and Megan, and I believe that was Rocket with him, and she basically gives she gives Artemis says, I need to go, and so she goes into limbo, and we get to see her and Wally again, which was nice. It was nice, but even limbo Wally is kind of like saying things like, we never had a kid, what's the baby's name, but it was also a little bit of a little tomfoolery between Megan and Zatanna, and Artemis may never know. So that was the Forager is really contemplating, should he return back to the Hive or should he stay here? He's starting to feel the whole concept of this, the charm. It's me, but it's not me. I'm hiding behind a shadow, and he really feels neglected and feels that's not my true self. So Superboy takes him to a little town, and this town has the residents of the residents of Cadmus, and they are in disguise as well until people leave, strangers leave, and then the cloak will come down, and bam, you see what they really look like. So it's a concept that goes on between them, but then also it starts getting redirected back to Superboy, which I really enjoyed, in terms of they were saying to him okay, Yeah, but you are not living up to your true potential. You're kind of hiding yourself. Um, what would Superman do? So you see where that was going at. And that was kind of the whole gist of Overwhelm, which I enjoyed. It was touching. It was a good pace. It was almost for Artemis to find some closure of really kind of letting go that Wally is gone now. We may not see Wally again. We may not see him again. I really wish Wally wasn't gone, but he's gone. And that kind of is that push and kind of that sentiment value that Artemis needs. And when she goes back to Will, she tells him that, look, thank you for everything. I will be there for you as a family because that's what you are. I'll be there for my... But we can't do this. Will seems to think like, after that kiss, it felt weird because you're my sister-in-law and things like that. And I just felt weird. But I don't know. I saw it in his eyes. He kind of feels a little bit like maybe there could have been something. Fast forward to the finale, which is entitled Nevermore. It is Brion's uncle, who is a metahuman, breaks out of prison thanks to the help of the light. And pretty much it is through the light that he takes over as king from Malkovia. So there's a coup in terms of the team going back into Malkovia to stopping him. Everything seemed to be going according to plan, including on the light side. This is going to bring this for that. This is going to bring for Infinity Inc. In Lex Luthor's eyes and everything like that. But then we see on the other side of things from Oracle and Black Lightning, he comes and says, okay, what's going on? Keep me up to speed. But then he's saying, what are you not telling me? And then it's laid out. The concept that Slade wanted was everything was supposed to go into plan, but then Terra is supposed to murder Beast Boy. But while they are fighting their uncle, and Brion after a while starts to really handle his uncle to the point where Brion is punching this guy so hard, bam, he's hitting him so hard, he's breaking off his rock hide, like his stone hide was legitimately coming off. And then he's about to, but then he is stopped. And then a visor comes and says everything, and all of a sudden, one leads to another. You still hear Slade saying, "Okay, do it, kill him, kill Beast Boy." She summons a rock, and it looks like she's gonna kill him. But then Artemis Tigress tells her not to, because Artemis knew that it was all this time. They knew that Terra was with Slade. And they left it up to her to decide her fate. Brion is still he's confused about it, yes, but everybody else knew. It turns out Batman, he was doing Batman, being Batman. He found out that Slade had Terra. So they took the concept of the Judas contract, but then they flipped it. They did a whole 180. Like, whoop. No, we thought we was gonna get what we were gonna get, but we didn't get it. So I was like, oh, okay, that's different. I thought that was cool. And she puts it down. And then, but still, the advisor to Malkovia is telling Brion to, Malkovia needs a hero, blah, 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 things like that. The concept, and all of a sudden, Brion, his uncle says something to him, and I think that set him off. Brion basically takes lava, molten lava, and engulfs his uncle. Basically kills him. He killed him. Once I saw that, the reaction to everybody on the squad was just devastating. You saw Violet's face just drop. Even Tara looked at it like, and then you just saw Superboy. Oh, Brion, why you? And it's almost as if this advisor is kind of giving him like whispering in his ear. He's whispering in his ears, but he's giving him like, you did the right thing. But the concept has always been the same. You're a hero. You don't cross that line. And it was basically, and in Brion's eyes, he justified it by saying he's a war criminal. Not mentioning the fact that still you killed your uncle. You killed your uncle. He may have been a no good bastard, but you killed family. You killed this man. And Superboy and Nightwing are saying that's something that we don't cross that line. We don't cross that line. That doesn't justify the means, the actions. But however, the people of Markovia is cheering this, and then of course he's all like, come, I will forgive you, sister, everything like that. Join me. And Tara does what I believe to be the right thing. She says, no, brother, I'm going to answer from my crimes, what I did, things like that. Violet, come be my queen. Violet can't even look at this guy. And he just gets pretty much butthurt and pissed off, and he says, take your heroes and go. Like, leave my country. And it is just one of the most devastating acts in this episode that they just couldn't believe that. Like, he crossed that line and almost like willingly didn't care. Like he felt like the means justify the matter. However, in doing so, Victor and Lightning were able to get info they needed to expose Lex Luthor. And they got it. And they give it to United Nations and saying Lex Luthor did this and that. And it just starts getting out there. Like, Lex starts just his like resign, everything. Lex Luthor in this sounded so much like that certain idiot that's in the Oval Office right now. I wanted to throw up. I'm not even joking about that. He did. But he does resign. He has to resign because there's so much evidence against him. Now, he has to resign. He has to resign. And they talk about Troya maybe getting the position. More importantly, by the end of the episode, which was really good, we see a new change in leadership for the League itself. And it's none other than Black Lightning. Black Lightning takes leadership, and he gives this great Martin Luther King-like speech about we're going to trust each other no more in the dark. You know, we got to draw upon our strengths and weaknesses. We got to lean on each other if we feel like we may cross that line. He started giving out heroes that crossed the line. Teth Adam. He even said Brion. He says, we're going to keep the covert team, but not for that mean. We're going to keep that for our young heroes like Tara and Halo and all of them to learn and grow. You know, it made me sad because I'm a huge Black Lightning fan. He's one of my favorite DC characters of all time. So to see him get that position, even turn to Batman, and Batman says, look, if you take it, all right. And then he even says, and Jeff even says, like, I'll take it. He's like, if I take it, then you're in, basically. No more in the dark, everything like that. And it kind of feels like a win-win for the heroes. But little do we know that, yeah, the deal between Savage and Darkseid is still going. We thought there was going to be some big battle between them, but no, that is still going on because even Metronome himself even came to Violet and basically his grandchildren, as he said, Violet and Cyborg, was like, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens when Darkseid comes. Like the battle, there's a battle coming. So yeah, overall, this season was really good. in terms of what we saw, there was drama, there was action. We saw great character development, especially between Tara. We thought Tara was going to go the whole Judas contract, betray the team, things like that, maybe then see the errors of her way and may try to go after Slade then. But no, big difference. So, but the light still looks at hope, still has a little hope. They still look at Violet as the key, and they're going to keep eyes on her. And remember I talked about that advisor. He has some psychic abilities. He has kind of like the power of persuasion. It's like a low-level psychic ability, but he will, it is what it is. But yeah, man, it's getting crazy. This was a really good season. I very much enjoyed it. Superboy now is a public hero now. Forager decloaked himself in front of his whole classmates, and everybody, got to see what he looks like and things like that. Superboy stepped up big time in front of his fathers, including Lex, and he's like, "Don't go down this road, son." And he's like, "I am not your son." And he basically admitted, like, "Look, I'm from Cadmus, was run by Lex Luthor. I was supposed to replace Superman if he had died or he turned against us, everything like that." And it was so great to see. Everybody at the end, everybody's having a good time at Bibbo's. It was a good feel. It was a real good feel. But it just shows you this is just one battle. This battle was done, but the battle may have been won, but the war is not over between the Light and the League. And it may get ugly, guys. It may get seriously ugly. I'm hoping there may be some casualties. Brion now is king. Dr. Chase is back with him. The Infinity Inc. are now in his league, like they're bowing to him and things like that. It's like, okay, where are we going with there? I wanted a confrontation between Dr. Chase and BL, but we didn't get it. Hopefully we'll get it next season. And hopefully we might start to see next season two little young Pierces start showing their powers. Hopefully, yeah, that'd be good too. But Young Justice Outsider, you did good. It was good. Yeah, very good. I can't wait to season 4. The league's gotten bigger. The team is bigger. You got the Outsiders that have made, more public heroes. They're gonna work to being who they are, and I loved it. But yeah, I think Tara there may be some big consequences with Tara, definitely. Even though she was in court, she got put into the custody of her brother, and basically she got to do community service, so she's gonna basically do it with the Outsiders. So it's cool. I like that approach that they did with Tara. I thought they were just gonna go the route that we were all scared she was gonna go. Basically, she was gonna turn on the team. The whole Judas contract, concept. One of my favorite storylines, but Mr. Wiseman and them kind of flipped it, and I liked it. Well, that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed Young Justice Outsiders. I love the fact that you guys have said I've been with you day one when you've been reviewing these. Thank you for continuing. I appreciate that very much, my pack. As always, this is M.V.K Kid, your alpha, bidding you peace, one love, stay tuned, keep it real. Oh yeah, once again, I gotta keep promoting it. New merch, description down below. Want to support your alpha? Check out the merch and maybe see something you like. Check it out. And if you do like it, you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, tag me in it with you wearing it. I would enjoy that. But other than that, y'all take care.